Hey man, talk about this camp and how you're feeling and how's everything going here now that fight week's arrived.
I feel great. I had a great camp. Everything went smooth. Stayed healthy, 100%. Didn't really have to diet down as most guys, do. Just really just eat clean and the weight just. I'm at my natural weight. I'm walking right now. This morning I was about 157, 158, and it's just really nothing to cut. It's just I feel good and. Overall, I'm glad that it's fight week already. I'm ready to weigh in tomorrow. That way I can I'll put some size back on and just go to work Friday night.
Is being that close to weight, this close to getting on the scale, something that has come with time and that you've learned to deal with now that you're a little bit deeper into your career?
Yeah, it's definitely come with time. Just really just over time perfected the art of just eating clean and staying healthy. Because I used to do the cut, where I cut 10 pounds, in a short amount of time, which is pointless. I stick to eating clean, and I've adjusted over these past four fights, and just really just mastered it, I guess.
The natural, I guess, reaction for a lot of people would be then is if you're that close to weight a few days out from the fight, is there ever temptation to go down even further and give yourself more of an advantage in a division lower?
No, not. There's no desire to drop down to 45, even though I'm sitting at like 157 this morning. Uh, Basically, just because I want to stay as natural as possible. I don't want to destroy my body, especially getting older. It's not easy. Metabolism slowing down, and honestly, I just like being the smaller guy. I'm always these past four fights I've fought guys that are either missed weight or have been bigger. They've all been bigger than me, and I like being the undersized guy, the underdog.
Talk a little bit about that run because I mean this is obviously the best run of your Bellator career. 4 in a row and a couple knockouts in there. I mean, how do you feel right now in terms of how the performances are going? You feel better than ever right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Going into this fight, I feel the best shape I've ever been in my whole entire career. Um, the four fight streak that I'm on right now, it's a great feeling because I mean each fight I've grown, I've changed some of my strategy and just really just took on each opponent with everything that I had and it came to my I was victorious.
Was there any surprise when they called you with him as an opponent?
No, I talked to my manager about it. He was a potential opponent, and given his past two performances, it kind of made sense. So I wasn't opposed to it. Patricky, he's a game opponent, even though his last two fights, the way he won wasn't really that spectacular. You can't ever underestimate, a guy like Patricky. So, do I expect a war come Friday night? Yeah, I absolutely do. So, no, I wasn't surprised at all to get this fight. I was I'm actually excited.
As you look back at both of your your trajectory since the first time, they seem to be very similar. You fought about the same number of times. You've had about the same number of wins. Do you feel like anything will be different at all when you guys get in there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my strategy going into this fight is going to be completely different. I'm sure everybody expects me to go in there and just brawl it out with them, but I have a strategy that I'm going to go in there and implement, and I see myself breaking him this fight. So
This feels like it's a title eliminator, and I think both of you guys probably seem to feel that way. Do you want to officially say this should be?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This should be the eliminator for the number one spot to fight for the title because you've got Chandler and Primus in April. So come Friday night, that's going to be the one thing on my mind that I'm thinking about is one step closer to gold. And unfortunately for Tricky, he's in my way, and I've got to take him out.
Is there a way that you want to get it done?
Absolutely, I want to grind him out, and I want to break his will, and I want the ref to pull me off of him.
And then be able to hear a couple months down the road, hey man, you're next.
Absolutely. That's the goal. I want something to show for this this passion of mine that I've done for this long. And, you know, everybody's in this sport to be a champion. If you're not, then you don't need to be doing it.